Hey guys, Larissa at Prodigal Pieces here. I just wanted to take a quick mini tour on my home to kind of show you what I do. Now, we don't live in a farmhouse like I would love to have, but I do love original vintage farmhouse style. I'm not talking about modern farmhouse that you can find in the big box stores. But the way I get the look in my home where I'm at, where I'm trying to make it happy where I am, where I'm placed to be for now, is just to create that look inside my home and outside too as well. Not to be too different, but definitely love to create my own home story is what I like to call it. The way I collect things, find things, create things to make my own home story. On my blog, prodigalpieces.com, I love to share all sorts of tutorials with you, how to get the look yourself. So I'm just going to go through a few rooms of my house to just kind of recap and show you what I do to try to make that style my own. Beginning here in my bedroom. We did this remodel a few years ago and I really haven't changed much to it. That's the fun part of this, is I like to use a neutral color. This is white, if you will, in general terms, but it's different colors of whites blended together to kind of give a cozy feeling. I have white on white mostly in here because I wanted it to be a sanctuary. And when we did the room, we added some fake beams up top there that you can see. That's just box store wood that we made to look old. I have the tutorial for that. Behind me you can see this, it's a cupboard, but I'm actually using it as my wardrobe. So again, chippy old antique that I found on Craigslist to add to my home. Up here you'll see, this was actually a piano face that I found on the curb. Somebody had busted up an upright grand piano. I couldn't leave the parts there. They were too beautiful to go to the trash. So we installed this here. I'll show you before of our closet. We installed this as a transom, as a decorative element. I added just a strip of barnwood here as a rod and some clips, and these are actually thrift store curtains that would actually be a shears for your window, but I use them here. Also up there you see my little sheep that I created from a sweater and some chair spindles. I've got my antique laundry basket there. All of these things go together just to create that cozy feel. I have other things in this room above my bed. I have a vanity mirror that I took off for a custom client. And I couldn't see the point in throwing the mirrors away, so I use those above my bed. I've got some reclaimed barnwood hooks and things over there that I can show you to help just add and soften the room. I have architectural salvage from windows, an old dresser here, thrifted lamps, doilies, all sorts of things that really create that eclectic style that I really have come to love. So let's go see the next room. So now I'm in my bathroom, probably the smallest bathroom on the planet, but totally ours, and we totally make it function for our family of 8. What you can see here in the bathroom is I have drawers from an antique treadle sewing machine that I had refurbished into a table because the top was dilapidated. I took the drawers and turned them into storage here for our hand towels and our wash rags and daily essentials. You can see the other project that I did on the blog where I took the top of that machine and also turned it into a fun chessboard game board for a wall. Totally fun things for me to share. I found this light fixture at a barn sale for $1. Really can't beat that. I just painted it, cleaned it up. I have this antique dresser mirror from, again, another custom project for a client. She didn't want the mirror, just the dresser, so I used the mirror in my bathroom. Down below, I'll show you a picture. We took another chest of drawers, dresser, and turned it into our vanity by cutting a hole for the sink. And in the background there you can see the cutout from the dresser I actually turned into a sign for baths. Right there you can see in the background there I have a piece of vintage ladder, busted ladder in here, as well as just some other simple decor. Really, I can't say enough how, it's such a blessing to be able to create my own home story based on the things I found. So I hope these are inspiring. We're going to move on to the next room. Now we're in my living room that has not been remodeled yet. It's on the agenda here coming up soon as we get finished wrapping up our house. But I wanted to show you this little section of my upright grand piano that we did get for free. It all just was a matter of muscle power to get it here. But I teach my kids piano on it. Really is a nice focal piece for this room that we'll be showcasing when we remodel. But behind me, just to show you, just about everything here is thrifted. Aside from the mirror in the back, that was a gift from my mom, an antique mirror that I love. But the candelabra, even the David guy back there, this copper piece, the bookends, the hydrangeas are from my garden. I just dry those. To dry those, you simply just stick them in water and refresh the water daily and even snip them up, and they will dry eventually and stay nice and full. Over here, I created this hymn board from some salvage pieces that I had in my scrap from different things we created for our house. Again, I can have the links to all this down below so you can check out how I did it. But really, I just, again, can't say enough. I'm creating my own home story by finding things, using things I already have, and having a blast doing it. All right, let's take a peek at some other rooms. Now we're just inside my kitchen that we recently remodeled about a year or so ago. We're still finishing touches a little bit in here, but again, I have a piece of slate from a barn roof here in Ohio that I painted. You can use my graphic tutorial how to make a transfer onto something like that, just to add a little decorative fun. Most everything in here is from the thrift store. Cutting boards, bowls, flea market as well, I should say. But the reclaimed wood we got from a salvage yard and put them up ourselves. Really added a nice touch here because this was closed cabinets, but felt like it opened up our kitchen and brought a little element in. Also, this brick here is fake. I have the video tutorial for you here on YouTube, but also the step-by-step over on the blog, how to get this textured look here with those panels you can find at the home improvement store. So again, here in my kitchen, I've got some different things I'll show you on the other end that we've done that just really was making use of what we could find and making it our own. So let's take a look. Here on the other end of the kitchen in the dining area, we've done a lot of work to just, again, bring in that cozy farmhouse feel. One of the things I worked on were these antique clamps that are actually into working light fixtures with an Edison bulb look. Those were fun, and another longer clamp is behind here, is over our dining table using some enamel shades from a barn here in Ohio. I wired this all myself. I have a tutorial for you over on the blog. It really is simple. It really is easier than you think. Even this cotton wreath here, I have a video tutorial that I made these from some lunch sacks, some cotton from the dollar store, and some twigs from my yard. Really can't beat how easy this is, and I show you how to do it. That's the best part too. Also, if you look over these valances, all of these 7 windows have this valance that's made from one bamboo shade I got at the box store. I didn't like the bulk of the Roman style shade that would bunch up because if you can see, this is a fairly low ceiling and my family's fairly tall. We wanted to be able to see out our windows. And I like the mini blinds because they provide that privacy at night or just blocking from the sun in a hot summer day. So these hide the blinds behind there, and it was affordable, easy to do. I've got some stir sticks under there holding them up. You wouldn't know it. But really, you can do this. You can do these kinds of things in your home. Just a matter of learning how and being inspired and being willing to try. So let me show you a few other things that I have. Down in our family room, we have the remodel mostly complete. I keep promising you guys we'll get there, but with winter coming, we had to hurry up and get a bunch of things done. Just a couple things I need to sew and get done in here, and then I'll have a room reveal. As some of you have already seen who've been following me for a while, we've done a reclaimed barn beam mantle. The stone I should say, was here when we moved in. I just did some things to amp it up. I painted the insert that's there. I've added these barn wood valances, and that's a bed skirt that I took apart and sewed to make there. And one of my favorite things is my chippy door that my husband was like, "We're putting that where?" That's okay, right? I added some barn beam pegs to make it a neat peg rack, and love to feature this kind of thing in a home. It adds a little texture, adds a little cozy feel because it makes you think, okay, everything's not pristine, has to be just right for me to come in and enjoy. Up above, I'll show you a picture of our ceiling that I installed using barn roof shingles as a textured element as well. It's a coffered ceiling. Also have the tutorial for that. I've got ladders in here with doilies. I've got a reclaimed window arched on the other side that I used and restored, and show you how to repair that as well. We've also got a feature item that we're going to show you in our reveal where we took an antique bed and turned it into something new. So really, again, I can't say enough how fun it is for me to share with you. And for today's project, I'll be taking this busted ladder. Sorry, Dad. He gave me his ladder years ago and it got messed up and busted. And I have created a lot of fun things with it, so at least I'm still putting it to good use. And today I'm going to show you how you can take a broken piece of ladder and turn it into something for your homes. Well, there you go. I had some thrifted baskets and my dad's broken ladder, and I have some storage. Normally what goes here, I'll be honest, is a chalkboard that I made from a door frame with an arched window. So that'll be staying here. This I made because I want to keep it. Just don't have the space quite yet because we're not done. So definitely will be implementing it in my home. It works perfect right here for the produce. I could use it for a store display. I could use it for pretty much anything. It just is what your imagination allows you to see. So again, I'm Larissa at Prodigal Pieces. I totally invite you to come on over to my blog to see what else I have for you in my project gallery. If you sign up for my free newsletter that comes right to your email, you'll see everything as it comes out, and you can check out past posts as well that way. Also subscribe here on YouTube. I'd love to have you follow me along on my little DIY adventures, me and my family. Leave me a comment below. What would you have done differently with this ladder? Would you have done something else? Any thoughts about what I've done in the past that I showed you? I would love to hear from you. So leave me a comment, say hello. Until next time, bye.